Good. All right, Nick, obviously a much different feeling this week compared to last week for you guys.
Yeah.
What was it like coming off the field after a big win like that and just the locker room afterwards?
I mean, obviously winning's always better than losing. That's what you put in your work every week for, is to win and go out there on a Saturday and, put in that winning effort. And the feeling is unmatched. It doesn't get better, but, it's not the end of the season, and we just got to re-up for next week. So.
Nick, it seemed like you had a few more shorter, quicker routes this week. Kind of helped you be a little more successful, especially early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, what FIU did on defense was different from what Western Kentucky did, so it changed our game plan. And what we did a good job of the whole time was just taking what they gave us. And when we took what they gave them the entire game, and it worked. Our running backs did a phenomenal job. O-line was amazing, and receivers made plays after the catch. So game plan was spot on.
You got to show a little bit more of your mobility this week. A couple of those rollout swing passes like when Jimmy had Real's first touchdown.
Yeah.
What's it like rolling out knowing you've got quick options like that can make plays after the catch?
It makes it a lot easier, especially when you're rolling out. Just watching those guys go to work. I know I hit Jaron on one earlier in the game too, and he did a good job of just staying on his route. So it definitely makes the job easier on me for sure.
Are those sort of RPO plays where you're rolling out like that, or is it more?
Yeah, some of them are straight, kind of bootleg more. Some are RPOs. Like the one to Jimmy was an RPO, and then the one to Jaron was just bootleg out, and you kind of go through your progression. So we have all types in there in the playbook.
Looking ahead a little bit next week, Old Dominion's playing well against FAU right now, and is clearly a team that's improved a lot as the season's gone on. What's going to be the key for y'all to keep the momentum up and maintain a perfect record at home?
I think we've improved a lot, too, as well. I know you said Old Dominion has improved as a team, but I think that if we focus on ourselves like we did this past week versus FIU and go out and, practice and play the way I know we can, then we'll be just fine.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Reed.
All right, guys, next up is Reed Blankenship.
Really big night for y'all as a defense in Jerome. It seems like y'all set the tone right from that first drive and were able to get them off the field real quick. What was it like playing with the defense that just kept making play after play after play?
I love it. There's not a day that goes by that I get the opportunity to play with these guys. I love them to death. We work hard during the week. We know what we prepare for, and like I said, I love going to war with them. So.
Reed, on top of the 2 interceptions you guys had, you had 3 almost interceptions. So it seemed like you were on top of whatever they were trying to do passing-wise. What did you see in the scouting reports that gave you that?
It was just a lot of tendencies there, and also just reading my keys, allowing the guys in front of me to do their job, get pressure on the quarterback, and then, like you saw, the ball comes out, and we're around it. So that's just comes from hard work from our team.
Walk us through that diving interception you had. Did you know you secured it as soon as you got off the field?
Oh, absolutely. There was no doubt in my mind. I didn't even know they challenged it, but like I said, there was no doubt in my mind that I caught it.
You guys were able to generate a lot of pressure on their offensive line that put them in some tough spots. I think there was a couple QB hurries that led to some of those interceptions. What's it like when you got guys up front that set you guys up for success?
Like I said, I love this team. I love our D-line. They're dogs. They go to work every day during the week. You can always count on them just to get to the quarterback whenever. So, like I said, I love playing behind them. When they get their job done, I can do my job a lot easier.
Reed, the offense had drives of 14 and 15 plays in the first 2 possessions. How does that help the defense, stay fresh and keep y'all on the roll?
Oh, it's great, being able to be on the sideline a lot. There was times tonight that I was like, man, I probably have to get on the bike or something to get loosened up because I'm not really used to that. But like I said, I love that. It takes a lot of pressure off us just to watch our offense do what they're supposed to do. I'm proud of them, and we're ready for next week.
What did it feel like for you, on this Salute to Veterans game to walk out there with that stripe for the Coast Guard?
It's great. It gets the opportunity to salute the troops. They're the reason that we can play, on the weekends, and I support them no matter what. I have their backs. I love them to death. Love everybody that support them. I have family members that was in the armed forces too as well. But like I said, I love them to death. They protect our freedom, and I got the boys back.
Thanks, Reed.
Thank you.
Thanks, Reed.
All right, guys, next is running back Martell Pettaway.
Martell, big night for you, particularly on that sweep play. I think you took it 57 yards, maybe your longest career touchdown between all the places you've been in your career. What happened on that play that led you to burst through?
I mean, that was the third time I ran it during the game, and we knew it was going to hit, but that time it was just no safety over top. So when I hit the edge, I just took off. Really, that was it. And Coach Denver put in a great game plan for the play, so it was working all night.
I'm talking about the offensive line, pass blocking and run protection. I mean, pass protection and run blocking. It looked like they were just probably had their best game of the season.
Yeah, they did. I mean, I love our O-line because a lot of times they don't get a lot of credit for what we do when we do have a good game. They get a lot of backlash for the bad games that we had, but they work pretty hard every week. So heads off to them because they had a great night for sure.
And, you know, your quarterback Nick obviously had, you know, calmed down and had a much better night this week compared to last week. What was the key for him to get going early and keep y'all proven?
I want to say Coach Denver put in a great game plan this week for him to just it was a simple game plan for Nick to put it in this week, and the running game really balanced that, so he didn't really have to do a lot like he did last week. You know, taking shots were easier because the run game was hitting all night. You know.
So you were on just 3 guys to score a rushing touchdown tonight. You know, both Frank and Jalen were able to get in on the action as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like when you got so many different options in the backfield to keep things fresh?
I mean, it's great. I mean, defense keep them on their toes. They don't know who they can get the ball to. We can get it to anybody. Like, you don't have to run the ball. You can do a quick little bubble screen pass. Somebody can still get 15, 20, or to break it. Like the little sweep Jalen had, broke for about 30. So, yeah.
It seemed like you guys were able to break a lot of tackles as an offense tonight. Was it just the poor technique on their part, or was it something y'all were doing to be able to break through?
I mean, everybody want to score when they get the ball. So one-on-one in the open field, you got to make that guy miss. I mean, they stress that every day at practice. One-on-one, you can't let nobody take you down by themselves.
Thanks, Martell.
No problem.